You didn't arrive late, your ticket is valid, your bag isn't heavy, and yet you're the one pulled out of line while everyone else keeps moving, while your flight keeps waiting. Most airport delays don't come with an announcement. They happen quietly because of small travel mistakes people don't realize they're making. If you've ever wondered how a normal airport day suddenly turns into missed boarding, long questioning, or being stuck behind everyone else, this video breaks down the most common air travel mistakes that cause airport delays and how to avoid them before they happen. These aren't rare situations, they're everyday mistakes even experienced travelers make. And mistake number 3 is the one that delays people even when everything looks perfect. Mistake number 1, arriving on time instead of early. Many travelers plan to arrive at the airport exactly at the time their airline recommends, 2 hours before a domestic flight, 3 hours before an international one. On paper, that sounds responsible, but in reality, that on-time arrival leaves you with almost no buffer at all, because the moment one thing slows down, a longer security line, a delayed bag drop, or extra document checks, you're no longer on time, you're suddenly behind. Airports don't run on perfect schedules. And here's the part most travelers don't realize. Airline cutoff times are earlier than your boarding time. Check-in desks can close, bag drop can stop, and once that window closes, being only 5 or 10 minutes late doesn't matter. The system treats it as the same as being an hour late. The fix here is simple, but it requires a mindset shift. Instead of planning to arrive at the airport exactly on time, plan to arrive early enough that a delay doesn't hurt you. If your airline says 2 hours, aim for 2.5. If it's 3 hours for international travel, aim for 3.5, especially during busy travel seasons. This isn't about panic or arriving at dawn, it's about giving yourself margin so the airport doesn't decide your outcome for you. And even when people do arrive early, many of them still get delayed because of what they pack in their carry-on. That's the next mistake. Mistake number 2, incorrect carry-on packing. This mistake is something almost every traveler has done at least once, packing your carry-on incorrectly. You might think you're being smart by throwing everything you could possibly need into that one bag, but that's exactly what slows you down. Why? Because security has very specific rules. Liquids, electronics, and certain items need to be accessible. If you've packed them at the bottom of your bag, you'll get pulled aside, your bag will be searched, and precious time is lost. And it's not just liquids. Laptops, tablets, chargers, if they're not in the right place or ready to take out, the line slows down for everyone behind you. Even experienced travelers make this mistake, and the frustrating part, you don't even realize it's slowing you down until you're standing there, stressed while the line keeps moving. Here's how to avoid this mistake. Keep liquids in a single, clear 100 milliliter bag. Place electronics in an easily accessible compartment. Keep your boarding pass and ID in a top pocket for quick access. Think of it as creating a carry-on that's airport-friendly, everything in the right place before security even touches your bag. It may feel like extra work at home, but it saves a lot of stress at the airport. A few minutes of organization can prevent a delay that ruins the start of your trip. And even when your bag is perfectly packed, there's another delay trap, something most travelers never check until it's too late. Watch this carefully. Mistake number 3, boarding pass and ID mismatch. Something that trips up even frequent flyers, mismatches between your boarding pass and your ID. It sounds minor, but at the airport, even a small discrepancy can cause big delays. For example, a missing middle name, a maiden name, or even a nickname can trigger extra checks. Security officers aren't being difficult, they just have to verify your identity before you're allowed to proceed. The frustrating part is that most people only notice these issues at the gate when time is already running out. That's when a small mismatch turns into a long delay or worse, a missed flight. Here's the thing, you don't need to worry about huge mistakes. It's usually tiny details that cause these delays, details most travelers completely overlook. The fix is simple and it starts before you even leave home. Double-check your ID and ticket names match exactly. Ensure your ID is valid and up to date. If your ticket was booked under a different name, call the airline ahead of time. These small steps prevent a last-minute scramble at the airport. Remember, these are common mistakes, not personal failures. Even experienced travelers forget these details sometimes. The good news is that a few minutes of preparation saves you hours of stress. This is the moment delays start. Mistake number 4, wearing security-unfriendly clothing. Most travelers don't even think about the clothes they wear to the airport. It may seem minor, but security-unfriendly clothing can slow you down more than anything else in your control. Metal belts, bulky boots, heavy jewelry, and layers with too many zippers or buttons all trigger extra screenings. Suddenly, what should be a quick walk through security turns into a tedious process of removing shoes, belts, and jackets, and sometimes emptying your pockets multiple times. The frustrating part? Most people only notice this when they're already at the front of the line, and by the time the line moves forward, they've already lost several minutes, sometimes enough to stress about missing the flight. Even when your bag is perfectly packed and your ID matches, wearing the wrong outfit can still put you behind. And this is one mistake that everyone can fix immediately. Here's the simple solution. Wear shoes that are easy to slip on and off. Avoid belts, heavy jewelry, or clothing with many zippers and buttons. Keep layers light and easy to remove. Think of it as dressing for efficiency, not fashion. A few smart choices save you stress and time. This is one of the easiest mistakes to fix. No planning required at home, just a small adjustment to what you wear on travel day. Mistake number 5, waiting until the gate to fix problems. Something almost every traveler does, waiting until they reach the gate to resolve problems. You might think, I'll deal with my seat assignment, baggage issue, or boarding question once I'm at the gate, but by then it's often too late. Airlines and airport staff handle thousands of passengers a day. If you wait until the last minute, even small issues like an oversized bag, a seat discrepancy, or a minor ID question can cause significant delays, and you're left standing there, watching the clock while everyone else boards. The reality is that problems that seem small can snowball into big delays. By the time you notice them at the gate, your options are limited and stress levels are high. The best travelers never wait until the gate. They handle potential issues earlier, at check-in, bag drop, or even before leaving home. Here's how to prevent this delay. Review your boarding pass, seat assignment, and baggage rules before you leave home. Arrive at check-in early enough to fix any problems. If something is off, speak with staff at the counter, not at the gate. A few proactive steps save you from the last-minute panic that slows everyone down. Most of these delays aren't your fault. They happen to everyone, but preparation and small adjustments give you control over your airport experience. So now you know the top 5 air travel mistakes that can cause airport delays, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Following these tips makes airport travel smoother, faster, and far less stressful. Now that you know the top 5 air travel mistakes that can cause airport delays, here's the good news. Most of these are completely avoidable. A few minutes of preparation, smart packing, and early planning can save hours of stress at the airport. Bonus tips. Check terminal maps ahead of time. Know where check-in, security, and gates are. Use mobile boarding passes. Reduces fumbling at counters. Travel during off-peak hours if possible. Fewer crowds, faster security. Keep essentials accessible. Passport, boarding pass, and liquids ready. Even these small adjustments make your airport experience faster, calmer, and more predictable. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to hit subscribe, because in the next video, I'll show you the carry-on mistakes even experienced travelers make at security and how to fix them before you even reach the airport. Don't miss it. It could save you another hour in line.